Just once, I want to feel like my life is mine. I want to feel like my life, from an earthly aspect, belongs to me. I understand that my soul, my spirit, belongs to my Heavenly Father. But He gives us the power of discernment, and He gives us knowledge and wisdom to be able to decipher signals and messages that we get from Him through other people and through other, places and things. There's that now and again. He allows us to know through the nouns, okay, what we're supposed to do with our lives and how our lives are supposed to be, how we're supposed to feel, how we're supposed to think and connect and communicate, all of those things. And for most of my life, I have felt only fleeting moments of my life feeling like it's mine, but now I'm feeling a sense of unbalance, and I'm feeling a sense of disconnection, because I feel like my life is not mine. And I feel like it's not mine because everyone else has their little fingers in the pot, so to speak, of my life. And it's not working for me, Other folks are stirring it up instead of me stirring my own life up. I don't know. I'm thinking of Patti LaBelle's song from, oh my gosh, probably back in the 80s when I was growing up, called Stir It Up. If you don't know it, find it. I'm sure the video is here on YouTube. But she basically says, stir it up, gotta shake it up now. And I won't go through the whole song, but stirring it up means I've got to change my own life. I have to do some things in my own life to change the dynamic of my life. And I feel like I'm not able to do it, like I can't do it, because I feel a sense of indebtedness to my creditors, to the people in my life, more so than even my creditors, okay, to my family of origin and even my extended family to some degree. I feel a sense of, if I do X, Y, and Z, what's going to happen to them? When people have critical illnesses and, extenuating circumstances, you don't want to be seen as selfish, But at the same time, there comes a time in your life in which you have to realize, at some point, I have to be selfless. Meaning, I have to do the work that's required in order to have some kind of a life, period. We only get one shot, at least one shot in this body, in this form. If you're someone who believes in reincarnation, one shot as this individual. That's all I get. And I'm aging, I'm graying, my body's undergoing these changes that happen with menopause, and I just feel I started to say lost. I'm not lost, because I know where I should be in my life. And I don't necessarily mean what society says should be happening, but I know where I should be. And it's not even a sense of self as far as, everything being about me. We're in a society, in Western society, in which things tend to be all about the self, and realizing things about the self, like the career and having the house and 2 cars or whatever, and 2.5 kids, and the dog and the cat or whatever. I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about, I have a strong sense of who I am, for real who I am, versus who other people either think I should be or would like for me to be. And I'm realizing, the older I get, that there's too wide of a gap between the two, between the person I am and the persona that people perceive me to be. And I don't know if there'll ever be one and the same, but I would like to close that gap. First of all, I can constantly envision what it would be like to go on a vacation, a true travel experience in which I can just let myself go, leave my cares behind, and enjoy the surroundings and the people that I'm in. I've not had that ever, and I need it. I'm like literally craving that. And I don't know if it's just I need a vacation in order to vacate my life for a week or two and figure some things out. I don't know if what I really need to do is to just flat up move, abruptly cut some strings, apron strings, and start all over again. I don't know what it is, but it's different things that everything about me, my body, my psyche, my everything is telling me I need to do, that I'm never able to fully do in the way that I want to. And the only answer I get to what is holding you back, who's holding you back, the answer is always me. And I want to change it before it's too late. Before I literally open my spiritual eye, my third eye, fully and completely, and I'm in heaven, I want to be who I came here to be. And so far, I'm not her. In my day-to-day walk, I'm a persona who has everything dictated to her, from her day job to her home life. Every moment is dictated. There's no freedom and no sense of I'm able to create something, and I'm starving for that. I'm desperate for it, and I don't know what to do to get it. I really don't. Because the minute I hit that door at the house, it turns into, what can I do for you? It turns into a servitude thing. And I'm not saying I do a lot there, but I have daily contributions that are expected. There's not really room for error. There's not room for, oh, well, I don't feel well, or this is happening in my body. There's no room for, hey, I'm perimenopausal and I'm in a funk. It's never acceptable. And it's hard. In my current position, there's no room for not feeling well, not being up to the task, none of that. I have to be able to connect to people either vis-a-vis or on a phone line or through a computer. And it's draining me. This is the first time in a very long time that I've had 3 different components to how I communicate in order to do my job. And it's taking its toll. I have a hard time getting up in the morning now. And here's what I mean. If you wake up in the morning and you don't just pop out of bed because you're so excited and so fulfilled and can't wait for what the day is going to bring you, next in your life, something's wrong. Instead, what I do is I set my alarm. I get up at 6. I could have gone to bed 7-8 hours before And I could have slept all night long, which seldom happens now, but occasionally it does. I could have slept all night long for about 7 hours. The alarm goes off at 6, and I don't care how well rested I am. I set it for 7 because that's the latest I can possibly be in the bed and not be late to work. And I roll over and I usually go right back to sleep. And from everything I've ever read, if you're doing a lot of sleeping, like excessive sleeping, that's a sign of depression. And I don't want to be depressed. But then Ralph Smart, one of the people I consider to be my mentors, says that depression means deep rest. So I am deeply needing some rest from the chaos in my life, the chaos of living out this persona versus being the person that I was created to be. Having a very hard time. Very hard. I don't know what will solve it, you know? I come home at night now, and by the time I'm doing everything at home, I just want to fall into bed. And I know I need to practice, need to create more on my songs. And I have been practicing a lot lately, but the past couple of nights I've sort of skipped it, or, you know, I rush through everything. I don't have the time to just let it flow and let it happen naturally, whatever it is. I haven't been drawing in a while. I would love to draw tonight. I haven't painted in a couple of years, and I've been wanting to paint. Like, I've been desperate to paint. So there's a lot I want to do that hasn't been happening, and it's hard. It's hard not to have the time and the resources financially to do these things. So I'm praying for some deliverance regarding that. I've been wanting to paint my nails for over a week.